Welcome to the Families Matter Most podcast. We're almost at podcast number 100. We are at so close. It is so close and I'm getting excited. I want to know, what do you think we should do? How should we celebrate 100 podcasts with Families Matter Most? Man, it doesn't seem that long ago that I hid in my closet and recorded podcast number 1, the Anger podcast. I don't want to listen to it. It's probably terrible, but if you want to get good at something, you have to be willing to be bad at it at first. So, yeah, I still don't want to listen to it. This is funny. I'm going to say don't listen to podcast number 1. Please don't. Maybe we should redo that podcast. Maybe that's one thing we should do. To celebrate 100 podcasts, we should redo the first one and make it better, maybe? Maybe it's not as terrible as I think it is in my head. I don't know. But still, that is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And I'm just grateful that I get to help people. And I hope that one of the podcasts has inspired you to live your life a little different, to reach the hearts of your kids, to slow down, to take care of yourself in the truest sense, to maybe look at some of the things in your life and do some work. Maybe one of these podcasts has inspired you to get into a pit with somebody else and be able to be fully present even when it's uncomfortable. That is the goal of this, is to be able to be there for our kids, to be able to show up and be present for ourselves, for the people that we love and the people that we do life with. So if even one of my podcasts has helped you to do that, then I'm grateful. It's all worth it. Thank you so much for being on this journey. 2024, depending on when you listen to this, but 2024 is brand new. And so I thought it would be great to do a bit of a year in review. And my world is completely different, I think, than I thought it would be a few years ago. And this year, I would say this past year, 2023, has been a lot of settling in. I think you could relate to this. A lot of our life is getting through a season. Oh, I just got to get through this thing. Oh, it'll get easier here. It'll get better here. Oh, I'll have more time to do whatever it is here. And, as a life coach myself, that's something that I help my clients to see is, wait. That may be true. And there may be some logistical things going on. Absolutely. Maybe you're in school. Maybe you're pushing for a promotion in your career. Maybe you've got little people at home and it is some days, it's lovely and beautiful, but some days are a slog. I get that. Some of it is seasonal. However, if all of your life is just waiting for this thing to be done or this next thing, waiting for it to get easier, waiting for it to get better, then that's a problem. Something that I teach my clients is you can have a season, but a season has an end date. So if you were to tell me, oh, I'm just in a busy season right now, I would immediately ask you, oh, when is that season done? And if you can't put a date, if you can't say, oh, it's going to be done in 3 months, or it's going to be done in 1 year, or it's going to be done in 2 weeks, if you can't tell me when that season ends, it's not a season, my friend. It's a lifestyle. Ouch. I've had to sit with that myself this last year. I think there was lots of transitions in my life the past few years. I went from coaching full time, which was a huge blessing. I love coaching clients, but then I get this opportunity to have a radio show with my husband, and it is so fun. And I love doing that too. So I get the best of both worlds. Like half of my life is getting into the pit with people, is sitting with them, is helping them reach their goals, helping to transform their families. Yes, it is possible, and it doesn't take as much time as you think when you have a person that is skilled and knows what to do and has seen it all. I've seen it all. Trust me, I have. You could not surprise me. I promise you that. I don't think I could be surprised anymore. I've seen everything. I know what to do to help you. Your life can look completely different, so that is 100% the truth. Half of my world is getting to do that work, and it's so gratifying, and it feels legacy. It feels like this is what I was born to do. The other half of my life is joy and fun and silliness and great for my marriage. My husband and I, we are best friends and we hang out together on a radio channel. It's Jack 94.5. You can Google it if you're not from Regina. You can listen online. We're on every afternoon from 3 to 6. And we talk about random things. We talk about nothing. We tease each other. We play Bon Jovi and we have fun together. All of this to say, I love it, but I could not have predicted this is where my life would be. And I think 2022 and the beginning maybe of 2023 was me trying to settle in and tell myself this is a season. I'm going to figure this out. I got to learn to navigate the transitions a little bit better. I need to deal with the cortisol. And so I don't want to say stress. It's not stress per se. It's not that it's awful and I hate it and I'm dreading it. It's the stress of, if you were public speaking, maybe you hate public speaking and that's dread and fear, but maybe you do enjoy public speaking, but there's still an amount of anxiety, stress, cortisol. You know, when you're off stage and you're just waiting to walk on stage and you have those butterflies in your stomach, you have that pit and you're, okay, it's go time. And there's adrenaline, there's cortisol kind of surging through your body. I have that every day on the radio because I'm essentially public speaking to thousands and thousands of people, and it's live radio. I mean, I could say the wrong thing and be fired. We're supposed to be funny, but if you're too funny and you cross a line, then you're done and you're canceled. So there's this tightrope we got to walk that I love to do, but still there's the cortisol, there's that adrenaline that is physically there and mentally there. And so I've spent 2023, my goal was figuring out how to deal with the cortisol. Like, I don't even want to say stress. It's the cortisol. It's the actual hormones, those chemicals in my body. I want to find a better way to process them and to, get them out of my system and to be able to transition well. Because what was happening before is I would have that adrenaline and it was super fun. And then the radio show would be over, but I would be like jittery. I'd be shaky because I had this stuff in my system. And then I'd want to eat. I'd want to eat crunchy things. I couldn't sit still. I was restless. I felt like I couldn't relax in the evening like I wanted to. So this year for me, I will say, my goal has been focusing on how to process the cortisol, process the adrenaline, because I love it. And I don't want to quit either aspects of my life. I love it. And that's been my challenge. And I feel like I've made tons of progress, but no more am I saying, this is just a season. This is just a season, just a short time. I want to challenge you. If that's you, if you feel like, I just got to get through, I'm just treading water, I'm just trying not to drown, I'm just surviving. There is so much more to life than that, and we need to have a strategy call because I got to help you get out of this. Can this be your year to break free of that? Let's actually make some resolutions. It's funny, as we talk about resolutions, I want to encourage you to make them, but to make them well. And I want you to focus on the habits. Don't focus on the goals. I know. Can you believe I said that? Don't make goals. Make habits. No, here's the thing. You're going to start with a goal. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to work out 3 times a week. I want to save, 20% of my income. Maybe that's too much. I want to save 10% of my income. I want to build up $1,000 in a savings account. I want to quit yelling at my kids. I want to be more patient. I want to be more fun and joyful. I want to be more optimistic. These are goals. Okay, that's the goal. It deserves to be there, but take a second with me right now, and you can close your eyes if you want, if you can. And I want you to imagine, okay, if you've reached that goal, let's take weight loss, for example. If you've lost 20 pounds, what does your life look like? You are you in the future, maybe 6 months from now, maybe, I don't know. You've lost 20 pounds. And what is your life? What's the lifestyle? Do you work out every day? Do you go for a walk every day? What do you eat? If you're the kind of person that is 20 pounds of fat smaller, what do you eat on a day-to-day? What does your life look like? You wake up at what time? What time do you get up? What do you do when you get up? Do you Do you roll out of bed and go for the coffee? Do you roll out of your bed and go to the gym? Do you do yoga in your living room? Do you pray or meditate or read or walk? What does your life look like? I want you to spend some time in that. Journal it. Go for a walk yourself, go for a drive and imagine, dream, think about that. What is your life going to be when you reach the goal? If your goal is to save money, imagine 6 months from now, you've got savings in a savings account. What does your life look like? You wake up in the morning, what do? Do you go for the processed stuff? Probably not. Probably not. You probably have found homemade healthy things that you can make quickly. Do you meal prep? If you're not going out to restaurants, if you're not driving through the drive-through for lunch, what are you doing? Are you meal prepping on the weekend? Are you making freezer meals? Are you buying things in bulk? Are you eating something different every day, or are you kind of eating the same things for a bunch of days? What does your life look like on the weekend? Are you going out to expensive meals? Are you going shopping? Are you buying on Amazon? Really spend some time thinking about this. What is your life like when you've reached that goal? And now this is the gold right here. What are those habits? That future you, that version of you, what does their life look like? They're not just buying things on Amazon. Do they have rules for themselves? Do they have habits? Maybe they have a certain amount they can spend every month. Maybe that's it, and they can choose to spend it on Amazon or go shopping with friends, but that's all there is. Maybe that future you, if you're saving money, maybe that future you has a budget and they follow it. Can you believe it? They follow their budget. So those are the habits. I want us to take that goal, work backwards, come up with the habits. What are the habits that need to be in place to reach that goal? And then we're going to do it. We can build on those habits. There's two mistakes people make. They either make outrageous, crazy goals and don't have a plan, don't think about the habits, and don't really think about what it takes to implement that into your life. If you have a goal to have a six-pack, I'm going to burst your bubble right now. If you have a goal to have a six-pack, I need to tell you something. In order to maintain that six-pack, you get 0 cheat meals. You can have so little body fat to be able to see the six-pack in your stomach. If you're going to do the work to build the muscle, you're going to want to see it. And in order to be able to see it, you have to have the lowest percentage of body fat. It is insane. You basically do not get a life around food. Your world needs to revolve around other things, not at all about food. So that means there's no ice cream with the kids. There's no birthday cake. There's hardly ever, never a cheat meal. There are no treats. There is no going off plan. That's hard. Do you really want that? We are here to live a life, not to just, win a fitness competition. What is your goal really? Do you have that in you? Do you really want that? Just know what it takes to get it. Also, to maintain a six-pack, you need 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night because your body is constantly kind of taking down that muscle and you need to rebuild those muscle fibers, and it's going to happen during rest. It's going to happen during sleep. You need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Your life is going to revolve around this. Is that what you want? Is it? Most people, when they think about it, no, actually. That might have been a goal, but I am not convinced that I want to do what it takes to maintain that, to reach that goal and to maintain it. So let's make a realistic goal. That's the first mistake people make. Oh, I'm going to work out for 2 hours a day. I'm going to learn. I'm going to get a six-pack. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat cabbage soup for 3 weeks straight. Well, this isn't life. That's the one mistake. And then we fall off and then we get mad at ourselves and we blame ourselves. We bully ourselves. We beat ourselves up. We call ourselves failures. That's one mistake. That's probably what has happened to you if you don't want to do resolutions ever again. Probably you've tried it in the past. They were completely unrealistic. You did not have a plan. It failed. You beat yourself up and you said, I don't ever want to do that again because I don't believe I can do it. Get it. Been there. I've done that. So you're not alone. We know that doesn't work. Science says that doesn't work. The psychology says that doesn't work. Then on the flip side, we have those other people that are like, no, I'm not going to make a goal. I'm just going to be healthy. And it's vague and there's no plan. I'm just going to be healthy in 2024. I'm just going to stop yelling. How? How are you going to just magically, it's just going to happen. I'm just going to be more positive. I'm just not going to think about anything heavy. Well, that's not very realistic either. So we have these two sides. One of them, these crazy, outrageous goals, and the other one, really no goal, just a vague, I don't even know if I would call that a resolution. What is that? I don't know. A wish? Just a wish, a magical wish. That's what we have on the other side. I can help you figure out how you want to live. My sweet spot, what I am really good at, is helping you figure out what kind of life you want to live. How do you want to live? And then let's create a healthy lifestyle around that. I don't want you to just do a 3-week plan or a 3-month plan. I want to create a healthy lifestyle for you so you can look good, you can feel good, and you can have this balance, this rhythm of, you know what, I feel good in my own skin, I feel healthy, I'm taking care of myself, I'm showing up for the people I care about, I'm reaching their hearts. This is the total package. I don't know a single other person that can do that does what I do on both sides for parents specifically. I don't know a single other person that has the health and wellness side, but also the parenting side. So I really can change your life. And you can read books, do it, read the books, talk to friends, spend the time, go to therapy, go to the gym, do all of those things. But if you want to transform your life, book a strategy call. Let's talk about it. I love this. This is my favorite. Let's make 2024 your year, your best year. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Happy New Year's. And let's think about the 100th podcast.